In today's fast-paced world, overflowing with information and endless distractions, grabbing and keeping people's attention has become increasingly difficult. Yet, psychology provides a wealth of tools and techniques that can help us positively shape perceptions, behaviors, and decisions. These strategies, rooted in well-established psychological principles, enable us to communicate more effectively while also deepening our connections with others. Whether it's understanding the impact of a sincere smile or harnessing the power of anticipation, each technique uncovers intriguing aspects of human nature and offers practical ways to build stronger, more meaningful relationships. By applying these principles thoughtfully and ethically, not only can we achieve our personal and professional goals, but we can also foster a culture of empathy, cooperation, and shared well-being. This guide delves into 18 psychological techniques, explaining how they function and how they can be used in everyday scenarios, be it in work settings, personal life, or social interactions. By mastering these tools, you can enhance your ability to positively influence outcomes, communicate more effectively, and strengthen your relationships with those around you. Welcome to Stoic Journey. Prepare yourself for a deep dive into the captivating realm of applied psychology, where understanding human behavior unlocks new possibilities for meaningful interaction and authentic connection. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Interestingly, only 15% of my viewers are subscribed, so if you found this content helpful, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's get started. Trick 1. The smile. It effortlessly crosses cultural and linguistic boundaries, conveying emotions like joy, warmth, and empathy without needing to utter a single word. However, not all smiles are created equal. The emphasis here is on the genuine smile, the one that not only lifts the corners of the mouth but also engages the eyes, resulting in the famous crow's feet. This expression, commonly known as the Duchenne smile, is widely recognized as a true indicator of happiness and sincerity. A genuine smile holds remarkable power, can break down barriers, foster instant connections, and even change the emotional state of those who receive it. This outward display of positive emotion, as research suggests, has the potential to uplift others' moods and create a welcoming atmosphere. Additionally, a smile can trigger a ripple effect, spreading positivity that has the power to brighten not just a single moment but an entire day. Incorporating genuine smiles into our daily interactions, whether in personal or professional settings, can significantly enhance the quality of our communication and relationships. It goes beyond merely smiling for appearance's sake. It's an act of vulnerability, authenticity, and openness. When we sincerely smile at someone, we silently communicate our happiness in their presence, our appreciation of them, and our willingness to connect positively. It's essential, though, to ensure that our smiles are appropriate for the situation and are perceived as authentic. Forced or ill-timed smile can backfire, creating distance rather than closeness. Therefore, being aware of both our intention and the recipient's response is crucial when we choose to smile. In the realm of communication, a genuine smile is a powerful tool, capable of building bridges and creating opportunities where words might fall short. It serves as a reminder that even in the simplest interactions, we can leave a lasting positive impact, fostering environments of empathy and true human connection. By making the genuine smile a staple in our social interactions, we not only employ a psychological tactic, but also engage in a gesture of kindness that benefits both ourselves and those around us. Trick 2. Favor technique. The psychological strategy known as the Ben Franklin effect highlights an interesting paradox. Asking someone for a favor can actually make them like you more. This concept stems from an anecdote involving Benjamin Franklin, who, by borrowing a rare book from a political opponent, unexpectedly turned an adversary into a lifelong friend. The psychology behind this phenomenon is rooted in the principle of reciprocity. When someone does a favor, they often rationalize their actions by convincing themselves that they must have positive feelings toward the person they are helping. This mental shift lays the groundwork for a stronger relationship. To effectively use this strategy, subtlety and context are key. The idea is to request something small and manageable, a favor that doesn't impose, but requires a thoughtful effort from the other person. Such a request can lead to a more meaningful exchange and helps foster a sense of personal investment in the relationship. However, the success of this technique hinges on sincerity and timing. The favor should be asked in a way that feels genuine, without coming across as manipulative. Timing is also critical. Choosing the right moment ensures that the request is seen as natural rather than forced. Equally important is acknowledging the favor with gratitude, reinforcing positive feelings and encouraging a cycle of goodwill. Moreover, asking for a favor can be an opportunity to demonstrate trust in someone's abilities or resources. This recognition can boost their self-esteem and contribute to a dynamic of cooperation and mutual respect. When used thoughtfully, this technique can help strengthen relationships, encourage open communication, and build a sense of community. However, it's essential to remember that respect for the other person's autonomy and boundaries is paramount. Favor strategy should be seen as a way to foster genuine connections and mutual respect, not as a tool for manipulation or personal gain. Ultimately, when approached with integrity, this method can be an effective way to deepen both personal and professional relationships, promoting a sense of collaboration and shared purpose. Trick 3. Scarcity. This concept, deeply rooted in the fear of losing something valuable, can strongly influence our choices and behavior. When applied strategically in social interactions or marketing efforts, scarcity can enhance the perceived worth of a product, service, or opportunity, prompting faster and more decisive responses. Scarcity works by creating a sense of urgency, making an offer appear more desirable simply because it is limited. This principle is evident in tactics such as limited-time promotions, while supplies last deals, countdowns to the end of an offer, or exclusive items with limited availability. However, the effectiveness of scarcity relies on its authenticity. If the scarcity is manufactured or seems manipulative, it can lead to distrust and damage credibility. To successfully implement scarcity, it's crucial to communicate the genuine value of what's being offered, emphasizing not just its limited nature, but also why it is desirable or beneficial. This might involve highlighting unique product features, exclusive benefits, or one-of-a-kind experiences. The goal is to make the offer not only appear scarce, but also irresistibly valuable. Ethical use of scarcity involves setting real limitations, such as time constraints, limited resources, or exclusive access to experiences. This approach ensures that scarcity is a legitimate factor and respects the consumer's or interlocutor's intelligence, grounding the interaction in honesty and mutual respect. It's also important to be mindful of the emotional impact that scarcity can have. While it can effectively motivate action, it can also create unnecessary anxiety or pressure. Therefore, striking a balance between encouraging thoughtful decisions and avoiding emotional manipulation is essential when using scarcity. When applied responsibly and combined with a genuinely valuable offer, scarcity can be a powerful psychological tool. It enriches interactions and transactions by creating a sense of urgency and value that benefits both the provider and the recipient. Trick 4. Curiosity. By sparking curiosity, you create an emotional connection that enhances attention, retention, motivation to act, and memory of the content presented. One of the most effective ways to harness curiosity is by introducing an intriguing question, a surprising fact, or an unfinished story that leaves the audience eager for more. This can be achieved through various techniques, such as crafting headlines or opening statements that provoke thought, presenting challenges that invite problem-solving, or gradually revealing information to keep the audience hooked from start to finish. Curiosity thrives on the unknown and the unexpected, as people are naturally drawn to mystery and things they don't fully understand. This curiosity propels them to seek answers, making it a powerful tool in both educational and marketing contexts, where engagement is key to delivering a message or making a sale. However, the art of using curiosity lies in finding the right balance. Too much ambiguity can lead to frustration or disengagement, while too little may fail to pique genuine interest. The goal is to hit that sweet spot, capturing the audience's imagination and and guiding them through a journey of discovery that is both satisfying and informative. Equally important is the resolution of that curiosity. Providing a fulfilling conclusion or answer is crucial, as it not only gratifies the audience's curiosity, but also enhances their knowledge, deepens understanding, or delivers a rewarding experience. This resolution strengthens the bond between the communicator and the audience, leaving a positive and memorable impression. Curiosity, when used thoughtfully, can significantly alter how information is received and remembered. By both arousing and satisfying curiosity, you make learning and communication not just more effective, but also more enjoyable, leading to a deeper, more lasting connection with the content or message. Trick 5. The art of active listening. Active listening involves more than just paying attention to words. It means appreciating the emotions and thoughts behind them. Key strategies include maintaining eye contact, nodding, and using facial expressions that convey understanding. Additionally, asking relevant questions shows genuine interest in the conversation, signaling to the speaker that their message is valued and taken seriously. Another critical element of active listening is paraphrasing or summarizing key points. This not only ensures that you have accurately understood the message, but also reassures the speaker that they have been heard. By doing so, active listening helps create a safe space for open and honest communication, where ideas can be shared freely. In relationships, active listening has a transformative effect. It can diffuse conflicts by ensuring that all parties feel understood, and it can strengthen connections by fostering empathy and trust. In professional settings, active listening enhances teamwork and problem-solving by promoting collaboration and a shared understanding of goals. A vital aspect of active listening is the ability to withhold judgment and resist the urge to respond until the speaker has fully expressed their thoughts. This patience is especially important in emotionally charged conversations or when significant disagreements exist. By focusing on understanding first, rather than immediately reacting, you create an environment of respect and thoughtful consideration, which can lead to more constructive and mutually beneficial outcomes. Beyond improving communication, active listening also supports personal growth. It opens us up to new perspectives and ideas, allowing us to broaden our understanding and approach the world with greater empathy and awareness. This practice encourages a mindset of continuous learning and adaptability. In essence, active listening is more than just a psychological technique. It is a foundational communication skill that enhances human interaction at every level. By cultivating the habit of truly listening to others, we improve our relationships, deepen our understanding, and contribute to a culture of respect, collaboration, and mutual growth. Trick 6. Power of touch. In human relationships, touch acts as a potent form of nonverbal communication, capable of expressing support, affection, and understanding without needing words. Research has demonstrated that simple gestures, like a firm handshake, a gentle touch on the arm during a conversation, or a warm hug, can greatly enhance feelings of trust and cooperation. For instance, in a professional setting, a handshake at the beginning and end of a meeting is more than just a courteous gesture. It can serve as a way to build a stronger connection and convey reliability. However, utilizing touch as a tool of influence requires sensitivity to individual and cultural differences. What might be perceived as a friendly gesture in one culture could be misinterpreted in another. It's also crucial to respect personal boundaries and individual comfort levels. An unwelcome or overly invasive touch can backfire, leading to discomfort or even withdrawal instead of the desired positive outcome. To harness the power of touch effectively, it's important to be observant of the other person's nonverbal cues. This might mean starting with more reserved gestures, such as a handshake, and only progressing to more personal forms of touch if the other person appears open and receptive. Additionally, the context of the interaction is key. Touch should be used in moments where it can be perceived as supportive or encouraging, such as when giving a compliment or expressing gratitude. In conclusion, when applied thoughtfully and respectfully, the power of touch can be a remarkably effective tool for strengthening relationships, enhancing communication, and fostering a sense of connection and trust. Even in our increasingly digital world, the value of tangible human connections remains significant, reminding us that physical gestures can deeply enrich our interactions. Trick 7. Power of the name. When we address someone by their name, we do more than just capture their attention. We acknowledge their individuality and subtly convey our respect and appreciation for them. Using a person's name creates a more direct and personal connection, elevating a standard interaction into a meaningful exchange. This recognition not only strengthens relationships, but also enhances the effectiveness of communication. For this strategy to truly succeed, authenticity is key. Overusing or obviously manipulating the use of someone's name can backfire, creating discomfort or even mistrust, which undermines the interaction's potential benefit. Therefore, the power of this tactic lies in its moderate use and in the genuine intention to forge a connection. Incorporating a person's name can be especially impactful at the start of a conversation, when posing a direct question or when expressing gratitude. These moments of personal recognition reinforce the value of the interaction and help to establish a stronger bond. Additionally, pairing the use of someone's name with active listening and a sincere interest in what they have to say further solidifies the connection. This combination shows that you respect their experience and perspectives, deepening the relationship. As simple as it may seem, using someone's name is a powerful tool in the art of positive influence and relationship building. It reflects an understanding that effective communication is rooted in recognizing the dignity and value of each individual. By consciously incorporating names into our conversations, we not only enhance our communication skills, but also practice a form of respect and empathy that can transform our interaction. Trick 8. Mirroring. Mirroring, a captivating psychological technique, leverages the natural human inclination to feel more comfortable and connected with those who reflect their own behaviors, gestures, or speech pattern. This phenomenon, rooted in our desire for familiarity and comfort in social settings, can serve as a powerful communication tool when applied thoughtfully and subtly. The effectiveness of mirroring stems from people's inherent attraction to symmetry and similarity. When done well, it can foster empathy, enhance mutual trust, and strengthen relationships by making communication more fluid and effective. To utilize mirroring effectively, subtlety is key. The goal is not to mimic every action or word robotically, but to capture the underlying essence of the other person's behavior so that the reflection feels natural. This might involve matching their speech rhythm, adopting a similar body posture, or echoing their facial expression. When performed with care, these actions can create a deeper connection, making the other person feel understood and valued, often without them consciously realizing why. It's important to approach mirroring with respect and sincerity. The intention should always be to build a genuine connection rather than to manipulate. When used with authenticity, mirroring not only enhances communication, but also reinforces mutual respect and consideration, key components of any healthy relationship. Mirroring can be particularly effective in professional settings, such as during negotiations or in team meetings, where establishing rapport and fostering collaboration are essential. By subtly reflecting the gestures or tone of a colleague or client, you can create a more harmonious atmosphere, conducive to mutual understanding and shared goals. Ultimately, mirroring is more than just a psychological trick. It's a communication strategy that, when practiced with care and authenticity, can turn ordinary interactions into meaningful connections. By engaging in mirroring with mindfulness and respect, we can enhance our ability to relate to others and deepen our social experiences in a lasting and impactful way. Trick 9. The Law of Reciprocity. This principle is deeply rooted in human nature and is evident across various cultures worldwide. By consciously applying the law of reciprocity in our daily lives, we can positively influence how we connect with others. When we take the initiative to offer something first, whether it's a kind gesture, valuable advice, or a small token of appreciation, we create a foundation for cooperation and strengthen our relationships. This approach not only increases the likelihood of a favorable response, but also fosters a cycle of giving and receiving that enriches our interactions and communities. However, the key to successfully using reciprocity lies in practicing genuine generosity without expecting anything in return. The true power of reciprocity emerges when acts of kindness are performed sincerely, without the anticipation of a reward. When others perceive that a gesture is made out of pure goodwill, their response is often warmer and more authentic, leading to stronger bonds. It's also important to avoid overly extravagant gestures, as they can sometimes be seen as attempts to obligate or manipulate the recipient, causing discomfort or resistance. Similarly, understanding the right moment to offer and doing so in a manner that resonates positively with the other person is essential to making this strategy effective. Reciprocity doesn't have to be immediate or precisely equal. The act of giving sets in motion a chain of generosity that often returns to the giver in unexpected and rewarding ways. Patience and trust in this process are crucial, as is the willingness to accept kindness when it comes back to you. Ultimately, the law of reciprocity is more than just a psychological technique. It's a philosophy for living. When practiced with integrity and empathy, it has the potential to transform our relationships and communities. By engaging in acts of selfless generosity, we not only nurture deeper, more meaningful connections, but also contribute to a more cooperative and harmonious world. Trick 10. Validating emotion. Emotional validation is the process of acknowledging and accepting another person's feelings as legitimate and understandable, regardless of whether you agree with the reasons behind those emotions. By validating someone's emotions, you communicate that you value their perspective and experience, creating a supportive environment for genuine expression and productive dialogue. This practice is particularly important in conflict resolution and emotional support, as it demonstrates empathy and understanding. When individuals feel that their emotions are recognized, they are more likely to open up and share deeper thoughts and feelings, which can help resolve misunderstandings and strengthen relationships. To effectively validate someone's emotions, active listening is key. This involves not just hearing the words, but also reflecting on what has been said and acknowledging the emotion behind it. Simple phrases like, "It sounds like that was really frustrating for you," or "I can see why you'd feel that way," can be incredibly impactful. These statements show that you are paying attention and that you care about the other person's emotional experience. It's important to avoid rushing to judgment or trying to fix the situation immediately. The goal of emotional validation isn't to solve the problem, but to acknowledge and respect the person's emotional state. This recognition can be deeply healing, helping the person feel heard and understood, which is often the first step in overcoming emotional challenges or resolving conflict. Sincerity is crucial when practicing emotional validation. If your validation feels forced or inauthentic, it can backfire, leaving the person feeling even more isolated or misunderstood. Therefore, being genuine in your emotional communication is essential. Emotional validation is a powerful tool in the art of communication. When used with genuine empathy, it can transform relationships, enhance communication, and support emotional well-being. This skill reflects a deep respect for the other person's experience and reinforces the idea that emotions are a valid and important part of being human. By validating others' feelings, we affirm their worth and foster a more compassionate and connected world. Trick 11. The Hallo Effect. This principle underscores the power of first impressions and how they can shape our perception of an individual across various dimensions. By understanding the halo effect, we can consciously use it to enhance how others perceive us, whether in social, professional, or academic settings. For instance, presenting oneself with confidence, maintaining a positive attitude, and showcasing competence in one area can lead others to form a more favorable overall impression. However, it's important to use this strategy with integrity, ensuring that the impression we create genuinely reflects our true abilities and intentions. The halo effect can be observed in many everyday situations, such as job interviews or social gatherings. A candidate who dresses well and speaks confidently may be perceived as more qualified, even if other skills have not been evaluated. Similarly, someone who is polite and friendly might be seen as more trustworthy and likable. Being aware of how the halo effect influences our perception of others and how others perceive us allows us to take steps to make positive first impressions while also striving to look beyond superficial judgments. It's crucial to develop a critical mindset to avoid making hasty or overly simplistic evaluations of people based on a single trait. Understanding that a single positive characteristic does not define the entire complexity of a person is key to fostering fair and balanced interaction. In summary, the halo effect is a powerful psychological tool that emphasizes the significance of first impressions and their impact on how we perceive people in broader context. By consciously and ethically applying this knowledge, we can enhance how we are viewed by others while making an effort to see beyond initial impressions and appreciate the full depth of those around us. Trick 12. The Law of Contrast. The law of contrast is a psychological principle that highlights how our perceptions are influenced by comparing two things presented consecutively. When two items, ideas, or situations are placed side by side, we tend to evaluate the second in relation to the first, which can significantly enhance the perceived differences between them. This effect can dramatically alter our perceptions, making something seem more appealing or less favorable depending on what it is compared to. For instance, if you immerse one hand in cold water and then place it in room temperature water, the room temperature water will feel much warmer than it actually is, even though its temperature hasn't changed. This illustrates how our perceptions are influenced by contrast rather than objective measures. In communication, negotiation, and marketing, the law of contrast can be strategically employed to influence decision-making and perception. For example, presenting a higher price before revealing the actual price of a product can make the final price seem more attractive, even if it might still be considered expensive on its own. This happens because our sense of value is relative to the initial point of comparison. To use the law of contrast effectively, it's essential to understand the context and the goals of the interaction. In negotiation, for example, starting with higher demands than you expect to achieve can make the more moderate terms you eventually offer seem more reasonable, increasing the likelihood of agreement. In education, presenting a complex concept first and then simplifying it can make the simplified version feel more accessible and easier to grasp. However, ethical considerations are paramount when applying the law of contrast. Manipulating perceptions deceptively can erode trust and damage relationships over time. The key is to use contrast to highlight real value transparently and fairly, offering genuine benefits and using contrast to make those benefits stand out will help ensure that your approach is perceived as honest and respectful. As we continue to explore and apply these principles in our daily lives, we unlock endless opportunities for deeper connections, personal growth, and mutual understanding. If you found any part of this message helpful, please give us a like and leave a comment. This helps the algorithm share it with others who might benefit from it as well. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on our future content. And if you browse through our previous videos, you're sure to discover more valuable insights. Have a great day.